We are back. I'm hoping we have audio now. It's been a long time since I've been in this space, actually working in this particular studio. So give you guys a chance to see. It looks like I have audio. I'm getting a read on my audio gauge, and you guys can find me. Henry, can you hear me? I see Henry is joined. Can you hear my voice? Having some audio trouble earlier. Had to cancel the live out. Okay. Awesome. So we have audio. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining tonight. Henry, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Melissa in South Carolina, glad you're here as well. For whatever reason, because it's been a hot minute since I've been in this studio to even use this particular setup, the audio clearly was turned off. So I'm glad you guys can hear me loud and clear. Thank you, Paul. And Paul, welcome. I'm glad you're here at the live. We are in this space. We're not at the craft table. For those of you who are new to my live, I'm Artful Roger. That's Roger with a D. I archive all of my lives on my YouTube channel. That's where most of the crafting and the art how-to videos are posted. We are doing a clock case upcycle. We've been doing a couple over the last few months. So those are there currently on YouTube. This one will likely be archived there as well. So you're welcome to check me out. Garrett, glad you're here. Thanks for letting me know you guys could not hear me. Yes. Chipper, welcome. I'm glad you are here as well. You know, it's funny when I do these lives, I always have high anxiety right before I want you guys all to imagine that it's 6:58, 6:59 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, that I am like a bundle of nerves as I prepare for these things. And then I have audio trouble or camera trouble or something like that. But I am chillaxed now. I'm present. I wanted you guys to be here tonight because a mystery person is going to join us tonight. And we are going to have a discussion with this mystery person. We're not going to sit in here and listen to me blabber on about this, that, and whatever's going on. I also hope that Gay and May shows up tonight as well. So hopefully I see her. Yeah, what do you think? Right here. I got it. I got it covered. I got it covered. I'm a full-on addict. Yes. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring our mystery guest into the space. This person is going to be moving in here, sitting next to me in this hard, really awful wooden chair. And here this person is. It's Steve. Yes. Steve decided that it was time for him to, no, not half screen right here. Yes. Yes. We'll say my other half. We can say that, yes. So here is Steve, who has come to join the group. So these are the comments, as you can see right here. So
hi,
that's Catherine.
Hi,
so if
Catherine.
they have the crew badge next to them, they're part of the. They're the folks that are.
Yeah.
That are.
I know all your names. Roger talks about you guys all the time.
Yeah, mention them by names, like Chipper, of course.
And
Henry. A lot of you guys have found Steve by doing your own sleuthing.
Or I followed them.
Yes. Which is awesome. Yeah, we're both here. Tim the Doughboy. Yeah, it's about time. I know, Steve, why have you been reticent about being on TikTok?
I'm just don't like having the spotlight on me.
There's a lot of spotlights in here right now, too.
I'm shy.
Poor Steve. I had him in here earlier. I was doing a light check. I'm like, it's too dark in here. Your glasses are too reflective. I was like trying all kinds of ways to figure out the lighting in here. But we did finally get him in here. But this is not because I asked you to. You asked to be in here.
Yeah.
You volunteered.
I did.
Yeah. Right.
I did. It's my birthday present to him because his birthday is next Wednesday.
Yeah, I am almost, 60 is happening on Wednesday. And
no, I don't drink Pepsi. I only drink Coke.
They want to know, are you crafty?
I don't know. Am I crafty?
Are you? What do you do?
I'm a little crafty. Yes, a little bit. Well, I wrap the presents in his Christmas cloches. And I really wrap great Christmas presents.
Yeah, you do
in
that.
Real life.
But you also do your pastels.
And I do some art. I think you've seen my art, my Christmas art. And
yeah. Is any of your art down here?
No, not watercolor.
Yeah.
I tried watercolor. I really like pastels. I like graphic art. I like big, colorful. I like clear, hard lines. I like to draw.
Yeah.
That's really my my
Yeah,
jam.
yeah. Henry said he's seen some of your work. Yeah, you've seen the one he did of the. I pronounce it clematis because my dad was in the hort business, but clematis, if you want to pronounce it that way, I'm open to that. But he did one. It's a very big piece actually that's in the guest suite that we can't bring down here, of course, because it's too big. But he did do that. Yeah, Grandma Donna, there she is. Hello.
Oh, hello. Oh, now is Tim the one that did the tree?
Tim did the tree, and Tim is actually saying about a nicely wrapped
Wow.
gift. Yes,
Wow.
here we go. Yeah, Steve's like, yeah, figured it out yet.
Tim, your tree is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yes, it is really awesome work. And the new clock case is coming along nicely. It's painted now. All the green marbling is gone. The pink Christmas tree needs to find a home. And by the way, guys, I found this little figure over the weekend, and he's probably not focusing very well, but it's a little boy figure with a little Santa hat on, which I thought was super cute. So this little guy is going to find a way into one of the cloches as well. Had that here. You haven't seen, Chipper, are you talking about Steve's art? His I'm saying it again, clematis art? I think it's, and if you have, it's probably in one of my older videos, probably from back in 22 or somewhere back in then.
Well, if you follow me too, you can see it on my page, my TikTok page, which only has a few things on it. So
yes. So it doesn't look like, I'm surprised Gay and May is not here tonight. I was hoping she would join. I wanted just to say that she sent a birthday gift, and I'm not soliciting for any birthday gifts, guys. I'm not saying send me anything, but I'm just going to show you what she sent because I think it's pretty cool. She sent me she sent this. She sent this pair of, these are like swimming trunks. Okay. Like, they're not even swimming trunks. Actually, they're just a pair of floral shorts, and they have the matching shirt to go with them. So I guess I'm going to be wearing this in a live at some point, but yeah, this is, I'll have it on in the craft table for sure, but yeah, pretty cool.
It is really
super
cool.
Soft kind of linen fabric. It's really awesome. Yeah, it really is.
Are those orchids?
They are not orchids. They're like cherry blossoms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're cherry blossoms. Yeah. But they're super pink cherry blossoms. For sure. Yeah, we'll see. I absolutely will wear it for sure. Wonderful. Yeah. It's a great gardening outfit. Yeah, I can imagine me out in the front yard. If the neighbors don't already talk, they'll be definitely talking now for sure.
Yeah.
She would be the one to send that. She would. And I wish that she was on here tonight. She did some sleuthing herself and got my home address, actually. I was going to say that out loud, which is not a big deal because it's out there. And if you know me by now, you figured it out. So it's just one of those things. But she did figure that out. It's nice for hanging out on the deck. Exactly. In the backyard. Yes. I don't know that I'll wear that in the front yard. I might wear it at the beach, though. I might do that. That's true. I may do it. But a great, thoughtful thing to do, for my 60th. That's a nice thing. I can wear some cherry blossom shorts and a matching shirt. That'll be the first time I've ever done it. Yeah, for sure. So, Steve, has this changed your life at all? It's trying to reconnect. Hopefully, we're still there.
Yep.
Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties with the laptop. Guys, can you still hear us and see us? As soon as I ask Steve a question, this computer decides to die. Yeah. Okay, so we're all still here. Cool. So, any life-changing experience?
Well, I mean, I think it's changed you.
Has it?
Yes. I think you've become more open and more gregarious, and you have all these friends. I mean, these people are your friends.
Yeah, true. I mean, they are. They're absolutely. I call you guys the 2D crew. They're the people in the two-dimensional world. And then there's three. Some of the people here are 3D as well.
Roger is a pretty hardcore introvert.
Yeah, true. That's probably true, Chris.
And a lot of people don't know that.
I'm an introvert. Yeah, I thought I was an extrovert. And I did, because I had an extroverted job when I first started out. That's how I found a way to make some money after school. And I was in an extrovert job, and even when I took the Myers-Briggs test, I would answer the questions as an extrovert would answer. All the while I was an introvert, because I really do gain my energy from being alone. I don't really gain energy from being in large groups. Actually, I'm drained by large groups of people.
You're stalking friends.
You're stalking friends. Exactly. Thank you, Melissa. Yes. And guys, I have a few stalking friends. People, and poor Steve, he tried to remain anonymous, but he was actually found and discovered. But I want to say something about Steve too. This is the person that I told you guys, I was married to a woman for 13 years and I have 4 children with her. But at the time that we divorced, which is over 20 years ago, I had a period of time when I was by myself, and she and I had split. And so I was out there in this dating world trying to figure things out about myself and all the things that go with that. And in the process of dating people, I came across Steve. I met Steve one night at a piano bar in Long Beach, California, in the Los Angeles metro area. And he happened to be there that night. And he is the one I've told you guys about who was sitting at the bar stool with a friend. And one of my other friends came over to me and said, "Hey, the guys at the bar are checking you out." So I just walked over to the 2 of them. It was you and your friend. What was his name? Walt. And I just said to them, I said, "My friend says one of you are checking me out." Well, Walt started really talking me up. He was just chatting like crazy and asking all kinds of questions and really engaging. But Steve was sitting on the bar stool next to him. And what were you doing? You're supposed to
being sarcastic.
Well, do what you normally do. Do this. That's what you were doing.
I was pretending to yawn. I was pretending to be disinterested.
Yeah.
Because, Walt had this rule that whoever found the guy first, the other one had to be hands off. So I was behaving myself, but I really wanted to talk to Roger and I wanted him to talk to me.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, and thank you for those kind comments, Jennifer. I saw that come through the comment. But yes, Steve was the only one in all the time that I'd met people who actually said the magic words. When I told his friend Walt that I had kids, Steve said, "I hate kids." And when I said that I have a cat, what did you say?
"I hate cats."
Yeah, exactly. And even now I laugh at that because every time I hearing him say so flatline, "I hate cats." And I said, "I have kids and they're just amazing little kids." "I hate kids."
I hate kids.
It was like Eeyore, it was just like Eeyore saying, "It's a beautiful day." And it just cracked me up. And I knew that he was never going to take me too seriously. And he was going to give me space to deal with the grief I was dealing with at the time. It was it was a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And where were you at in your life at that point in 2001?
Well, I mean, at that stage, I didn't think I was ever going to meet anybody or have a serious long-term relationship. So.
And you were 37?
36. I was 36. So I was, I was sort of, indifferent. I mean, I was interested, but I wasn't going to put myself out there. So, but he liked my sense of humor, and that was and he's really cute, as you all have seen. But that was just the hook.
Yeah, and Steve is a person too that's never has what was your undergrad degree is English,
right?
And you have a history minor, and what else you have a culinary degree.
Yeah.
You studied world religions.
Yeah.
When I met you, you were studying Wicca.
I have an MBA.
Yeah. So
I like to think.
Steve, and I don't like to think. I prefer not to think. I prefer to do and then think later. And what that thinking usually is why did I do it that way?
That's what I think too.
And you tend to overthink. Steve plans it out, and thankfully, he does that. But the thing I loved about him in the beginning is that he was willing to throw everything up in the air. I came from a Mormon background. It was very Christian-centric. Even before that, I was Baptist.
Well, they've heard this story.
Yeah, I should have. But I'm just I'm introducing you. But you were willing to throw up things in the air and look at them. So he's studying Wicca when I first met him, just to study it, just as a world religion. And I was like shocked. I'm like, oh goodness, a book of, about the Wiccan culture. And, you just were willing to talk about those things, and you'll talk about anything like that. Right.
Yeah. I'm not really afraid of things. I'm not intimidated. I like to have great conversation.
Yeah. And that's you've been fun.
Yeah.
You've made it fun like that.
Right. And you're really crafty. And I've learned how to be handy. I've learned how to garden. I'm a really good painter, and I don't mean artistic painting, just I know how to paint. Roger's doesn't like to paint.
Paint what? Like
paint walls and trim.
Because I painted a ton of walls.
Yeah.
I've painted so much paint. I did I have painted houses in my time. I am tired of paintbrushes and painting. Just this weekend, the house was cleaned, washed about a month ago. We had to have the house and the roof cleaned, and in the process, the guys who sprayed the cleaner on the house left it on too long on one part of the house, and it took the paint off down to primer, so it needed to be repainted. Well, we could have paid hundreds of dollars to have someone paint it, or we could just do it ourselves. I didn't want to paint it. Steve got on the ladder, and you had it painted in what, 3 hours?
3 hours.
It's done.
Once I started, I couldn't stop. And it looks so good. They can't really see us.
Oh, I'm off this. I'm off. Yeah.
He's off the screen.
Yeah. I'm back now. I know, Fane. Steve is here. It's unbelievable. So Steve got out a paintbrush and painted. It was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
We do love our home.
Thanks,
we
Chipper.
absolutely do.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
And I've said this a million times, and I've said it in my lives. I've said it in my videos. Steve and I both, we love being in our home. We love being in our house. We are not massive travelers. We go probably on once or twice a year. We'll go on a trip somewhere, but we don't love that much. We love the home, and we also understand that this house is. We don't own this thing. It's just we're caretaking. Someone else will be in here at some point.
Yep.
In this very space where we're sitting. This is stubbed out for a bathroom, the space we're sitting in. I'm not joking. There's plumbing for a toilet right next to me, which isn't down here. But sometimes somebody's going to be sitting right here doing something very different and never even know we were here. Never even know.
As long as they build the room out and we don't. That's all I care about.
Yeah, we've contemplated putting the bathroom in down here, but it's like, I don't know. I don't want to do all that. So we're not doing it.
But it helps that Roger and I can do a lot of this stuff ourselves. Otherwise, it'd be really, I think, challenging.
Yeah. So funny story, too, because, I love to tell stories. And it's because we have Steve here, I can tell this. When we first met, we met in November of 2001. And we were, like I said, we were living in Southern California. Steve had just bought a condo, and I was living in an apartment. Well, I decided probably, 3 months after we met? 3 months after we were together, I decided I wanted to buy a condo too. So I started looking. I bought a condo that was built probably in the early 80s. This is 20 years. It was 20 years old at the time. And it had all the old stuff in it. It was worn out inside, this condo was, but it was really a nice sized condo. I didn't know anything about renovations. Nothing. I never had done a reno of any sort. He's with me. I buy the condo. We get the keys to it after closing, and we walk into it, and he didn't know that I had a box cutter knife in my pocket, and I immediately started cutting the carpet out of the. I just started cutting the carpet. I was on the floor, cutting carpet and tearing it off the floor and rolling it up. And
we're 5 minutes in.
5 minutes. Steve's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "We're renovating this place," and he went along with it for that entire summer of 2003. Wasn't it? It was 2003, wasn't it? Was it 2003? It was, because we met at the end of 2001, so it was 2003 by then. Yes, that's right.
No, we met in 2002, the end of 2002. So that was the summer of 2003.
That's right, we met in summer of 2002. Yes, end of 2002. Wow, see, my stories don't make sense, do they? I don't even know how to add my numbers up. But we did that. He went along with it, and he got dragged to Home Depot, and we both learned how to do things together.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was really, we had a great time. And we've done that a few times.
Did you tell them about the Urban Basket?
Please decorate my apartments. What?
Did you ever tell them about the Urban Basket?
No, I don't know. I don't know if I have or not. Yeah, that's another story. Yeah, it's something else we went and did. So, yeah.
Oh.
Grandma, yeah, you're always renovating.
Yeah. I think that's true of any house, constantly.
Yeah, we have done so much of that over the years that we're at the point now where we still do small things, but we kind of hire out some of this stuff now because we're just kind of, even though we have the saws and the equipment and all the stuff is around here, paint sprayers and everything, we still tend to hire people because we both work full-time jobs and, we're supporting small businesses, I guess. I mean, that's how we look at it. We're supporting people in their businesses and we can afford to pay for it. So we just do that.
And we're tired.
We're tired. And I'm 60, so it's getting to the point where I don't really, it's like, I don't think I want to do that right now. I'm not so sure.
How many of you think I'm older than he is? Yeah, the garage looks really good. That was a good decision.
The garage floor, yeah. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. That we had redone. Yeah, the guys come and do the chip stuff on it, the epoxy chip coating. It's really, really awesome. Yeah, I did a video about it. Yeah, you changed the core. Yeah, that's kind of how we are too.
Yeah, just moving things around. Yeah. Henry, do you like antiques?
Look at Sarah.
Oh, there she is.
Steve wanted to be on the live. He asked me. He said he was ready, so I didn't ask him to. So yeah, that's how he got here. Journal Newbie said they wish they had a third of your talent. It's really not talent as much as it's just a desire to do it.
It's drive, really.
Yeah, we have that guest suite here in the house. I've shown you guys in videos before. It's a part of the carriage house. It's separate from the house, but like a guest apartment. And it didn't have a bathroom in it. It was stubbed out for a bathroom too, and the bathroom wasn't there. It had no sink area. We had contractors come in and give us quotes. They never could understand what we wanted to do. It's like when we described it to them, they just had trouble. So I finally told Steve, the last one that's there, I said, let's just do it ourselves. And again, Steve just follows along.
Come back into the camera.
Steve follows along, and I know it feels weird because I'm like on top of you. And then I talk to Steve like this. But we did it. We ended up doing it ourselves. So and we don't know what we were doing, but we figured it out, right? We put that wall up. So it worked.
Chipperdoodle loves antiques. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of those in the house now.
And you have a fetish for epoxy?
Who does?
Chipperdoodle.
Oh,
I love epoxy.
So Chipper has a fetish for epoxy. Chipper, I knew there was something about you I really liked. Oh, Fanes is frozen.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, and I don't see Gay and May. She still hasn't joined. I don't think she's here. Have you seen her come up?
No, I haven't
seen her. No.
She's really the reason why I'm coming on, because she wanted to be. And
thanks, Sally.
Too,
so, Melissa, I can't wait to see it. It's going to be fun. That's Melissa, the parents with the magazine garden.
And your dad's a Civil War buff.
That's right. That's her. It's the same one. That's Melissa with one L and one S. One S. That's what's different. Melissa is how I typically see it. Yeah.
So
thank you, Lori.
The condo that Roger is talking about, literally, he was ripping up the carpet. Then we immediately start putting down laminate flooring. He's doing all sorts of stuff because he can. And I don't know, it was probably a week in, and I thought, he doesn't know what he's doing. That's just how he does things.
And he never told me. He never told me.
He never told me he doesn't know what he's doing.
I'm walking around like I know what I'm doing, and he already knew I didn't know.
I was like, okay, so now I'm going to have to give him some input.
So someone's asking, what site do we recommend for furniture? Are you talking about new furniture or antique furniture? And also, someone else said about filming this live. This is going to be archived on my YouTube channel, Artful Roger with a D, RODGER. So if you're thinking about that, it'll be there. It'll be a replay. New furniture.
So if you have an apartment, you probably want to use small scale furniture.
Is this going to be your plug?
So
you got to plug it.
So there's a site called grandinroad.com.
Go ahead.
I work there. Just,
full disclosure.
I work there.
And you're required by corporate to say,
I love my curate job.
No. You love your Grandin Road job.
I love my Grandin Road job, yes.
Yes, and I work for Ballard Designs, which is also part of the same parent company.
A sister company.
And I, too, am required by corporate to say, I love my Ballard job. We try not to bring up the names because we have to say these things. And we do. We really enjoy our jobs, but we're required to say that.
And we like the brands we work for. So
yeah. So yeah, Steve.
Oh, Front Porch is
from Grandin Road. Awesome. Yeah. Cool. So Steve is the vice president of marketing for Grandin Road. That is a relatively new position. You've been there for a couple of months?
2 months.
2 months. He was with Ballard before that, and he was promoted to this position. You're discovering with Grandin that Grandin is smaller scale a little bit, and probably perfect for a small scale space. Yeah.
They've got some really great products.
Yes.
Very fun.
Right. Yeah. So here we go. They love Grandin Road and Ballard. Yeah. I would say that those brands have almost a cult following. They're not, the name recognition is not there as much as it is with some major brands that are out there that will remain unnamed, but the people who do know about Ballard Designs and Grandin Road and Frontgate, they are behind those brands 100%. And Garnet Hill, that's the other brand that's in that group.
Right, right.
Don't forget Frontgate. That's exactly right.
That's right.
Just said it, yes. But we're not required to say I love my Frontgate job because we don't work for Frontgate.
BD is better.
Heart
right.
by hearts. Heart by BD.
We're frenemies.
Don't even.
Oh,
No,
good.
no.
I'm glad. 00.
Yes.
00?
Yes, Frontgate is awesome stuff too. Yeah, it really is.
It's all pretty.
Yeah.
It's all really pretty stuff.
Yeah, so that I think that Steve's answered the question on the scale of furniture, depending on what you like, but yeah, for new furniture. So we have to plug those companies. We could not mention any other. I don't think we would want to mention any competing companies. You're fired. As vice president of marketing, I recommend you go to the one that's up with a barn. Beep Barn. Go to Beep Barn.
Yeah. No, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
Yeah. So yeah, Steve wanted me to tell the story that when we met, when we first got together, the condo that I purchased had a massive patio on it. It was a concrete patio on the second floor, and there was a parking garage underneath it. But I forget how it was huge amount of square footage out in the sun. So I bought at a thrift store an old like baskets that you would get like lotions and stuff in, like a woven basket. And I lined it with burlap, filled it with soil, and planted some herbs in it. Because Steve has a culinary degree, so he liked to cook. So I didn't know anything at that point about basil, marjoram, growing any herbs. I'd never even bothered to try to grow herbs in all of my gardening because my ex-wife did not like to cook. She didn't eat tomatoes. She was very limited in her diet. So we didn't eat stuff like that. She would have never thought in a million years of eating a leaf. So unless it was lettuce. And sparingly. And I'm not disparaging her, by the way. But Steve's at the opposite. So I made this little basket of basil and something, or kitchen herbs all in a little basket, and they put them out on the patio, and they were gorgeous, right? And they grew beautifully.
Yeah.
So
it was Southern California.
So in the middle of renovating the apartment, I had this brilliant idea. I'm like, let's start a business. And we'll rescue these baskets, because we knew this place that had like a basement filled. I mean, I'm not joking. You open the door and it was to the roof of baskets. It was floor to ceiling. They just were opening the door at this thrift store and throwing the baskets into this room in their basement. We could go in there and get all the baskets we wanted for like $20. So you just grab all the baskets and fill the back of our pickup truck up with baskets. So that's what we started doing, is getting these baskets. We had that entire back deck covered in baskets with herbs growing in there. We'd prune herbs in the mornings. Steve got us registered with the state of California. We had the U.S.
We were certified farmers.
Yeah, their agricultural inspectors came to our patio. They inspected it. We got licensed as farmers in South Carolina.
It was 1,000.
California.
It was 1,000 square feet of patio.
Is that what it was?
It was huge patio.
It was a big patio.
Yeah.
But we were official farmers, and because we had a license from the Department of Agriculture, we were allowed to be in certified farmers markets. So we were in a certified farmers market in Long Beach, in West Hollywood, not West Hollywood, what's it called up there? Silver Lake, and Signal Hill. So 3 certified farmers markets. Once a week, we took these baskets and sold them at the farmers market. So it was called the Urban Basket, HERB 'N basket. You're welcome. I thought of that.
I think we've gotten into some arguments about who thought of it.
But
that was a long time ago.
I thought of it. Steve is no longer with us.
You're not smart enough to think of it.
Melissa, we've been back here since 2003. We packed our bags at the end of 2003. What happened? We were just talking about it this afternoon. We were living there in Southern California. I thought that the growing season in SoCal would be all the way a whole year round. But as soon as it got to October, the sun changed its direction. The growing of the herbs kind of halted. We knew we weren't going to be able to do it. So we had to put that business to sleep for a little bit for the spring to come. But during that time, fire broke out in the mountains above Los Angeles that year. And the smoke blew down into the valley. Ash and smoke, and the sky was orange, and we were down by the beach in this thing, sealed up inside of this condominium with smoke billowing, ash falling all over the patio on top of all those baskets. And I think we looked at each other and said, we need to just leave Southern California. This
We
isn't
are
our
right.
scene. It's just too much.
Yeah.
And so we did. We sold the place and we moved to Atlanta, Georgia. We moved here in November, I think right at Thanksgiving of 2003. We rolled into town and we've been here ever since.
Ever since.
Yeah, we've been here for a little over 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is our third house.
You're giggling.
This is our third house.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, our third house since we've been here. Yeah, we started out with a 1950s ranch, a little, was it 1,100 square feet,
Yeah,
one bathroom,
maybe 1050. Yeah.
3-bedroom, 1 bathroom,
Yeah.
and we renovated that thing. It was a beautiful little thing when we left.
Cute.
Yeah, so cute when we were done with it. And then we moved to a 1962 ranch. It was a 3 and 2, and did the same thing to it, and ended up living there for 12 years because, as you all know, in 2008 the bottom fell out of the housing market, and so we had water. The water wasn't. We weren't underwater, but the water was right here. We could still breathe through our nose.
Well, like a lot of people, we lost our equity.
Yeah. And we got close to losing, completely going under on the house. I mean, as far as the value of the house.
On paper.
But it rebounded, and we sold that house in 2018 and moved into this house. And we've said that this is probably our last single-family home that we'll live in. I don't think we'll do this again.
Oh, Chipperdoodle's in Carolina.
Chipperdoodle's in North Carolina.
No, I'm not from California. I am from Albany, New York. I'm a Yankee.
Yeah, Steve came down here with a knapsack on his back, came down to the South and, raided it, and here I am. Damn Yankees come down here and took everything.
He surrendered. Yeah, New Jersey, Ohio.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I go to Ohio once a month for work. It's pretty. Right through Cincinnati.
You're not a damn Yankee. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you go to Ohio. You're up in Westchester when you go up there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, do they? No, I haven't, Chris. I'll have to look for them on here. Yeah.
Oh, and they design furniture too. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve and I are a little more, what would you say? We're kind of mainstreamy. What would you say?
Are we?
I don't know. I mean, you have your art and I do my little crafty stuff. We've done probably some unconventional stuff over the years.
Yeah. I
mean, Steve's she's not terribly opposed to my tangents, and they've worked out.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think of anything's ever dead ended.
No.
It just, we haven't catapulted into any kind of massive stardom or anything like that. That hasn't happened. But yeah, we'll have to check them out. We know some of those people out there doing some pretty amazing stuff, but we won't be designing furniture. That's not happening. But we do have adventures for sure. But we're here. I'm 60. I'm still here.
That's right.
I'm not pushing up daisies. I'm still planting them. I'm still planting daisies.
That's right.
Yeah. Not pushing them up yet.
Yes, he is TikTok famous.
Yeah, TikTok famous, very minimally famous. Minimally. Thank you, Rory. Holding it together bit by bit. And guys, I told this to somebody the other day who said, I think it was Grandma Donna, I think I said this to you. Wasn't it you? That I told you I think I'm letting the beard go rogue. You know that I put a little toner on here, as Steven calls it. The hairdresser calls this, they're asking if Steve is older or younger. But I'm going to let it go gray. I think I'm going to let the gray back out. Yeah, I think Grandma Donna, I was telling you, I'm going to do it. I've done it before. I've let it go. But, I keep getting comments on here. People are calling me Chuck Norris. And when I look up Chuck Norris looks like it's a crayon, on the beard. And so I'm thinking that's what people, I don't know if they're complimenting me or backhandingly. It's a backhanded compliment. So I think I'm going to let it go and see what happens. No comment, Steve, on who is older. Yes.
Oh, he's older for sure, but I don't color my hair.
Oh, wow. That was brutal.
I'm letting it all go.
Yeah, Steve is 2 years younger than me. Yes.
Yeah.
And he never misses a chance to remind me of that.
No, he doesn't want to party. He does not want a party.
Yeah, wow, cruel. Oh my God, I love that name, Cashew. Oh,
Henry said, ouch.
I see it. So cashew, I say cashew. What do you say? Cashew. Steve likes to hold out his pinky and say, I'll have a cashew. Go ahead, Steve. Do it.
I am from the north.
Show him how you do it.
No, forget it.
Show us how you request a cashew.
Oh, Joan. Someone named Joan.
Joan, yes. Hey. Joan is one of the regulars, yeah. Chipper, I'm glad. Chipper, don't literally do that, though. We need you to hang around, for sure.
Melissa, I'm a big Civil War buff. Roger told me your dad is a big Civil War buff. So...
Yeah, thank you, Chicky. Yeah, that's the thing about us is that I think from the very first time we met, I met Steve at a time when I was in probably the deepest grief I've ever been in was during the time I met him. And that's the one thing he's made me do is laugh. And he's allowed me to laugh at my own crap. And that's really been helpful. And that's from a lot of therapy. I mean, you took care of your business in your 30s, right? Isn't that when you spent the most 20s. Of your time in your 20s? So you did
Yeah. I needed to crawl out of my own disastrous childhood. But it is what it is.
But it did work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Your therapy worked.
I've worked through all my issues.
Exactly. I hope that person's not on here. Someone said that to us once. They said that, they told the two of us one night at dinner that they'd worked through all their issues. And it's like, I didn't say anything, but we both got in the car like we all do with couples get in the car and start talking about it. And it's like, it's not possible to work through all your issues because like an onion, we're nothing but issues. You get rid of an issue and there's an issue right behind that issue. It's an issue that you think you work through all your issues.
I mean, life is constant, right? We're always learning.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully, if we're not learning, facts, we're learning how to interact with other people and how to accept grief.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome about
Chris,
laughing with your partner for 14
years and still doing it.
It's all about laughing.
I think it's important. It absolutely is.
That's right. One issue reveals another.
That's right.
So true.
And so it's an issue, in my opinion, to say you've worked through all your issues because that's an issue because you can't. We just don't. That's just not how it is. There's no one who has worked through all their issues. I mean, so, but we do definitely laugh through some stuff. We've had some hard moments. We've had some hard stuff happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, he has a portrait of Stonewall Jackson on their living room wall. Wow.
This is going to be an interesting visit.
Yeah.
Issue should be my name. Yeah, Issue Doodle. It should have been Doodle. Chipper Issue. Yeah, but it's good that you've had that therapy because the kind of therapy that you had and the stuff that you went through with your therapist helped me because you were able to transfer some of that over and help me work through some of my heavy duty stuff in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I was steeped in the Mormon culture and didn't know anything about the world. I really didn't.
Right.
Never been in it. So you were my coach into the world.
You're a fast learner, though.
I did. I learned well. So,
yeah, General Grant is...
Yeah.
He's great. I've read a few biographies of him.
In his presidency, though, those two
terms.
Yeah.
That
was rough.
He's complex, but...
Yeah. But good stuff, nonetheless.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
All people are complex.
Yeah. Susie, Colorado, you've been on here. She's 54 years.
Wow,
yes. Congratulations. Wow. That's awesome.
That's great.
So you've already, so and Henry, I see what you said. My better half did a lot of therapy too. Yeah.
I recommend it for anybody.
Look at this. Do you guys refresh your furniture every year with Steve's discount? And I have a discount too with Ballard.
No, we don't.
We don't. We really we have a few new pieces. I think the pieces in our house that are new are upholstered pieces, but the other stuff, we try to buy antique pieces if we can, tables and stuff like that. But we do have some Ballard stuff in the house, but no Grandin Road, not yet. But I was looking at the outdoor furniture.
Some decor.
But I was looking
at some holiday decor.
But I was looking at the outdoor furniture.
Yeah, they've got some good stuff.
Oh, is that yes? It's being recorded on this live right now. So you're saying yes, we can change the furniture on the screen
So
porch?
it's funny you're asking me in front of your friends because I'm not going to say no.
Yes, you would. You would gladly say no.
Witnesses, exactly.
Yeah. Thank you, Chipper. Yeah.
Holiday is the best. Agreed.
Yeah, Lori, the stuff I was looking at Grandin stuff. It's a little bit smaller, but there's some wicker furniture on there that does not have cushions. It's the wicker part of it is cushioned. So when you sit down on that, that's comfortable and you don't have to deal with cushions. So that's what yeah, chicken soup. I love chicken soup.
Well, look at you. Is that a new issue? Yes. We'll be talking about it later.
Absolutely. That is.
Hey, we'll say no later. Yep.
Yeah, Steve, see what Steve did to me.
I'm very pragmatic.
Here's what Steve and I'm going to tell this too.
Oh God.
Some of the couples that we know, some of our other friends that are same-sex couples, and maybe straight people do the same thing, opposite-sex couples, they, that's what that is, just in case you were wondering. But they don't mix their finances. They don't put it together. Steve and I, from the very beginning, just everything goes into the same pot. So there's just this is how it is. So what he does to manage that, because all the money's in one spot, is he puts notifications on every card that we own. So he gets a text message every time I buy something, right? And we both work here at home during the day. His office is downstairs, mine is upstairs. And I'll come down for lunch or something, and he'll be holding his phone, and he's go, "What did you do on the Amex for another blah, blah, blah?" And I'm like, "It's for the you." It's like, it's something important. It's like, it's toothpaste. Leave me alone. It's like, what did you do? It was yesterday.
He has to buy every day. If he does not buy one thing every day, he's not happy. And it could be a tube of toothpaste.
It is. It's legit. And whatever yesterday was, my husband does that too. See, Melissa has to put up with that as well. Yeah, exactly. See, this is happening to other people.
DM me for a name of a therapist.
3 meals and 3 purchases. That's right. See, I love that, Chris. That's absolutely right. Exactly. And a lot of times I'll get an email or something. They'll say something is like, they're having a sale. It's 30 to 50% off. I go and look. I'm like, hey, let's refresh. And then you get my old clothes.
It's true. It's true. I'm his goodwill.
I take out the pants and I say, "Steve, this is a great brand. I think you can wear these." He doesn't know yet that my new ones are on the way. Oh my God. 25 years. Awesome. Silver anniversary.
Wow. Congrats.
Yeah. Congrats. Yes, Sarah. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. Hey, and Amazon and all that stuff's right there on your computer. You can't help it. It's just easy to do. That's how it is.
I have self-control.
You do. You're just not a spender, though. You're not a person.
I don't think about it.
Yeah, you don't think about buying things. You don't.
I don't.
Steve's not a person who will look at a room and go, "We need to do something to this space," or something. It's always me who tends to do that. We'll say, "We need to change the furniture," or "We need to change the paint color," or "I want to put up drapery," or "I want to put up, new shutters," whatever it is. It's always me doing that. I'm always driving those things. The only thing you've been kind of going on about is renovating the master bathroom.
Right.
Right. You want to fix that.
Or painting.
The house is 20 years old, so it's kind of Tuscan style.
Yeah.
It's Tuscany in some areas, and that bathroom is definitely more Tuscan. It has a Whirlpool tub that we never use. And, if you own a Whirlpool tub, if you use it, you've got to clean the jets, because you can't just leave the dirty water in the jets. You got to clean it out. So It's just a big pain to clean it, so we just never use it. I think in 5 years, 6 years, we've been in it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you've ever been in it.
Well, yeah. Sean, yes, I'm the saver.
Hubs is the saver.
Yeah.
And Steve's the saver.
I'm the saver.
Yeah. Steve would have a pile of cash liquid if it weren't for me. You're welcome. I'm glad I can help you with that, because you can't sit on a thick wallet. It has to be thin. Yeah, I think everybody
have a good time.
Yeah, and I think everybody has their dance.
Yes.
How they dance.
We
as a
have
couple.
a good time. Yeah,
and it works. I've talked about it a lot of times with you that it's the right personality for. We fit together. We fit together as like a lock and key. It works because our personalities are similar and different in complementary ways.
Yeah, for sure. Does that mean somebody sent us 75 peppers?
That is James Bryant. James sent 75 chili peppers.
Chili peppers.
Yes, Mary Therese sent us a rose. Yes. Yeah, we do, Melissa. That's true. Yeah, Steve is just seeing this dashboard for the first time. He doesn't know about the little gifty things that can happen and the things that people send. Yeah, James is a regular gifter. He always makes the top of the leaderboard. And we've 76 diamonds have been thrown. They throw diamonds, and so there's 76 have been thrown here. 2 people have gifted. 1 person decided to follow me. 1 person said, wow, this is interesting enough to follow.
Today?
Yes. So Thursday night, we're probably going to be back at the craft table. I'm kind of getting a new setup. I told you guys that I don't think she's here tonight, but Yvonne, who's on this from time to time, Yvonne was kind of become an advisor for me because she's in the entertainment industry. And she's been giving me advice, actually, on how to set up the studio. And she pointed out in my lives at the craft table that the camera's shaking. Whenever I'm setting something down, the camera shakes. I never noticed it. So I've got a new system where the camera is going to be suspended above the desk instead of being connected to the desk. So I've got to get that figured out. But Thursday night.
I want to respond to Joan.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I just want to say the last clock case, absolutely beautiful. You guys did a great job. Really amazing. It is classy. It's so nice. It really is. So good work. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you for keeping him busy.
Chipperdoodle said, I'm unemployed. I don't send gifts on here.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, exactly.
It is so beautiful. Absolutely.
Yeah, the little puppy is super cute. And that was a fun project. But like I said, I don't know if you saw this or not, but this is the little figurine I found, this little boy figure. I don't know if that'll focus in on him or not. But this is a vintage piece of porcelain from Japan as well. He's got the little Santa hat on. He's super cute. So we're going to use him. I also found
Mary Dawn.
Hey, Mary Dawn. And then I found this one. It's this little boy who spilled a bucket of water. So
Henry said he hyperventilated a time or 2.
Oh, yes. Henry was the one I said, get out your paper bag and breathe into it, Henry. Yes. Because he's like, how could he do that? But the new one, I was going to bring it in here tonight. I've already painted it black. I've painted over all that marbling. It looks really good, and it's really big inside. So we'll see how it turns out.
Amazing.
Can you do a toy store or Santa's workshop? Something like that. This little kid is like partying. So he's got the Santa hat on. If you can get him up there close, you can kind of see him. It just won't focus. There's too much for it to focus on. But he's super cute. So that's kind of the inspiration piece for that one. We'll see how it turns out. I've got some ideas. Ellen.
Oh.
There's Ellen.
Hey.
Yeah, Steve asked to be on this live. He wanted to meet the group, so he's showing his face. Yes. So Mary Dawn, yeah, we'll see if we can do a toy shop of some sort. Yeah, or something like that. It may be similar to the first one. I'm not sure. I've got to learn how to do the kind of trees that Tim the Doughboy does, because I love his bead trees. And, I don't know. I'm not trying to put Tim the Doughboy out of business. I just don't want to have to keep ordering trees from Tim. Tim, I need a tree.
Yeah, those
Tim,
are
I need
amazing.
A tree.
Yeah.
Tim, I need a tree.
Those are amazing. Who sent you the Easter cloche?
Chipper.
Chipper, that was really awesome.
Yeah, that's upstairs on display. Yeah, Tim, I told you I looked at one video where I swear I saw the bead bowl that spins and how you put the hook wire in there, and that because I just seriously thought that you were taking a piece of wire and loading those seed beads one at a time. That's in my mind. That's how you were doing it. So I saw that it's not quite so complicated. But yeah, I'll try to figure it out. I'll add that to the list of things. But yeah, his trees, those little trees are beautiful. You're right, Susie. They are really beautiful. And they really changed. Not that I don't like the first clock case I did, but the one with Tim's tree in it with the bugle beads, stunning. And everybody who sees that one loves that one.
Yep.
They just really love it. It's a great concept. Because all of my stuff before you guys, those cloches, as you saw, they're more cartoony. I wasn't even using porcelain figures like this. I was making a cartoon. I mean, you worked on them with me, and it was very cartoony.
Yeah.
We didn't really care. But now, because of this group, now the cases have been really stepped up, for sure.
Sean's leaving.
Hey, see you later.
My hobbies, I draw. I do a lot of drawing. I love reading. I really like gardening.
Sean, Thursday night. Thursday night at 7.
So, enough about you.
Oh, okay. Huh? Well, your time here is done. Anyway, did I show you guys what Chipper sent? No, this wasn't Chipper. This was Gay and May. Look what she sent.
Get your drawers out of my face.
So, yeah, join again on Thursday night, Sean. Yeah, let's hear more from Steve. Oh, okay. Well.
Well, it was nice meeting everybody. We got to wrap it up.
Are we? Why? Why are you saying they wanted to hear more from you?
It's 8 o'clock.
Roger has given several of us on here the inspiration to create again. That's awesome, Chipper. I'm glad to hear it.
Good. Yes.
Because you guys have upped my game. Because I don't know what's going on here, but whatever's happening, it has definitely energized me in a different way and changed me as a person.
Yes.
You've seen it.
Yeah.
And evidently they've had this happen for them too. What's your TikTok?
Oh, it's History Ben. History Ben.
Is that one word?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. History Ben.
Thanks, Mary Dawn. I appreciate it. Yeah, Steve's got it on his phone here so you can see what we look like there. That's how they're viewing us.
Yeah.
Senior
it's delayed.
Yeah, I know it is. Don't look at it.
So nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, Steve is not the kind of person who can sit on here for 2 hours. So we're 51 minutes in, and you'll see what Steve's doing. He's saying night-night to everyone. He's already like, it's time to go upstairs and get my tapioca warmed up. And I got to get my liniment on my knees. And I